Oh, there we go. Good evening, everyone.
I was confusing myself.
Well, welcome to Gratitude Tuesdays. My name is Raina, and I'm one of your recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery.
And my name is Michael, one of your recovery coaches here at Capital.
So tonight we are going to be talking about things not to do when practicing gratitude. So we've been focusing a lot on the things that you should be doing and different activities that you can do or different habits you can get yourself into to practice gratitude. But tonight we're going to talk more about what you shouldn't do. So I have an article here called 5 Don'ts of Practicing Gratitude from Psychology Today.
Right.
Where did my things go?
There you go.
All right. So just a little introduction. Gratitude is good. Good for your health and well-being. Good for your relationships. In fact, I've written about the benefits of gratitude here, and here. But research suggests that gratitude is not always good. Focusing on what you have instead of what you have not is generally a good idea. But there are times when feeling grateful may backfire. So here are 5 don'ts when it comes to practicing the attitude of gratitude.
That's good, because a lot of times when we think about gratitude, you never think about the don'ts.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Like, how could there be a negative to that?
Yeah, everybody be so focused on the positive of being grateful that when you say don't, you be like, you know what? I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
So we go, the first one is don't overdose on gratitude. When it comes to keeping track of your gratitude, the adage more is better doesn't necessarily apply. If you set too high of a goal for your gratitude, you may find yourself falling short, where a paradoxical could leave you feeling less grateful and happy than if you hadn't tracked your gratitude at all. In the study of gratitude journaling, people who tracked their gratitude once per week were happier after 6 weeks. Excuse me. Whereas those who tracked their gratitude 3 times per week were not. If you find yourself hesitating when putting pen to paper, you may begin to think your life isn't that good or you don't have that much to be grateful for. If that is the case, take a step back and focus on quality over quantity. Gotta remember that. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because like sometimes I try and like think of all the things I'm grateful for throughout the day, because like in other times that we've talked about this, it can help relieve stress and help you sleep better and those types of things. But if you're sitting there trying to think of stuff and you can't think of anything, you're gonna start to feel like, oh, well, maybe I didn't have a good day, which isn't necessarily true. And a lot of times I think too, I end up mentioning things like the same things a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So like some things from day to day don't change for things that I'm grateful for. So.
And so, like it says, if you set too high of a goal for your gratitude, you might find yourself falling short, because you said it like I always think about the smallest things you can be grateful for. I mean, it may not seem like a big deal, but it's just something small. You'd be like, man, I didn't realize how important, how grateful I am that I didn't have to do this, or I had to do this or something. But you want to try to keep the bar reasonable, smart, because a lot of times if you set it so high, you'll have things that you actually should be grateful for, but you have this so far out that you'll miss it.
Yeah, put those expectations on yourself.
Yeah, too much pressure.
So the next one is don't focus on feeling grateful for someone or something who isn't worthy.
Whoa.
So if you're in a bad relationship with someone who is emotionally or physically abusing you, or who just can't make you happy, focusing on gratitude may be the wrong choice. This could be a romantic partner, a boss, or a roommate, or some other living situation more generally. By focusing on the ways you appreciate your partner, boss, roommate, you may choose to stay where you are when you should be focusing on finding a way to get out of an unhealthy situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you tell yourself, well, it could be worse,
Yeah.
it probably will get worse.
Yeah, that's true. Because you might have to get yourself out of that situation instead of thinking that, focusing on someone or something who isn't worthy, and then you thinking this situation ain't that bad. No, if it's you thinking about levels of bad, it's bad.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pair it.
I just had to go through like something similar like this with my daughter, who her boyfriend is not the best person, and there's a little incident, and she called me and asked what she should do, and ultimately it's her decision. But she said, "Well, if I kick him out, then what am I going to do about money?" And it's like you gotta like figure out like what you're holding on to, and like, are you really grateful he's there, or are you just grateful that you have the help right now? So, two sides of the coin.
Yeah, so it says by focusing on all the ways you appreciate your partner, you may choose to stay where you are when you should be focusing on getting out. Because you, like she just said, you start counting on that. What I'm gonna do about this? How I'm gonna do this? So you basically talking yourself out of getting out or moving on.
Yep.
So you gotta pay attention to that. Next, don't use gratitude to avoid a serious problem. Gratitude helps you focus on what is important instead of getting caught up in the little annoyances of everyday life. However, not all problems are like annoyances. Ain't that the word?
Little.
No. I am focusing your attention on things you appreciate may provide you with relief from serious problems. But the relief will only be temporary. In cases like these, a negative emotion like anger may actually be more constructive. In one study of a romantic couple expressed anger was more beneficial than being positive when discussing a severe problem, because the anger helped them address and resolve the issue rather than sweeping it under the rug. Ooh, sweep, sweep, sweep. Now you got a mountain over there. You got a whole brand new couch in the house.
Yeah, like people with their emotions, push it down, push it down, push it down, then all of a sudden it's going to explode.
Yeah. So you can't use gratitude to avoid serious problems. It's better to address them, because I've learned that more problems come down the road anyway. So if you got that and you keep pushing it off, it's just going to be another one coming, and then eventually it'll repeat. And sometimes I notice serious problems repeat with different people. It'd be the same problem, but different people.
Yeah. And like getting angry and all those things, sometimes we think of them as like negative emotions, but they're necessary in some situations, because like this said, like if you're trying to talk about something serious and you're like, well, you know what I mean? It's like that. You ever try disciplining a dog? Like my dog, I used to talk to, like, why do you talk to him like that? I'm like, you're so stupid. He had no idea I'm insulting him. I had this nice voice.
Yeah, he don't know.
But I could say something nice in a mean voice, and he would sit down and look at me. So, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes anger is appropriate in certain, areas.
Like this said, though, it says that because the anger, the severe problem, because the anger helped them address some issues. Even though it was anger, they said the anger helped them. It didn't hurt them. It helped them confront whatever the serious problem was. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we have next? Don't downplay your successes through excessive gratitude.
Yeah, if you're good at it, you're good at it. Don't say, oh, Oh, man.
So it says, after something good happens to you, you will only benefit from thinking about and thanking the people who helped make it possible. But of equal importance is acknowledging your own role in the process. If you are someone who focuses on thanking everyone else and downplays your own hard work and talent to a fault, you may be hiding low self-esteem behind your gratitude. Don't let gratitude get in the way of appropriately taking credit for your own part in your success.
Yeah.
I have a hard time doing that. And I was just actually, I was working on some step work, and it says, is there any time like in your recovery where you like had trouble acknowledging your own successes? And I find that I do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I know I did this, I did a good job. But as soon as someone's like, oh, you did a good job. Oh, no, I couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I like
Downplay.
give credit to somewhere else. You know what I mean? And don't like, look at
And
my
that
own
happened
work.
too because we do it because we don't want to feel arrogant or prideful.
Mm-hmm.
That's so we downplay it because that's just some people don't have a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
It's not even an issue.
Yeah, I know.
But some, just don't want to, even though we know we achieved it and we had help and everything, but the downplaying comes because of arrogance and pride, and people don't want to associate with that because people will eventually get away from you when they see you like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of times it is a thin line because we would downplay our skills and downplay with things we're good at and everything. And all the time when we would be in the house or something, my wife would try to do something, and she said, "I can't figure this out." Then I'd say, "Let me see it," or whatever, and I'll get it and I'll take it to her. She'd be like, "How you so smart? How did you figure it out?" And I want to be like, "Yeah, I know, right?" But I just be like, I just took my time and figured something out, But some people will always try to downplay, their unique skills and talents, but. I mean, you can pat yourself on the back, even if you do it privately.
Is that like opening the jar?
Yeah.
Oh, I loosened it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it. It was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was difficult for me too.
But it's good because you want to be able to take pride in the things that you have accomplished, the positive things that you have accomplished. Because I know a lot of times I will hear people say, "Oh, I couldn't do it without this person. I couldn't do it without God or my higher power," and that's very well true. Yeah. But you got to give yourself credit for the work that you put in.
Yeah, because you got to understand it with the part you played, and you can the downplaying part. You need to celebrate. I always say the smallest of victories because that's what I stood on. The little things I achieved, I was like, "Yo, I did that, so I know I can do this." I did that, even though it might be a challenge. I still know I can do it because of the little successes that I had. I stood on them like bricks.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was explaining to my daughter. The first step is being able to be okay.
Yeah,
then we'll worry about this, and then we'll worry about that.
Yeah,
and it makes things a lot less overwhelming and easier to move along.
Yeah, you got to stand on them. The next one, all right. Don't mistake. This is me.
Sure.
Don't mistake gratitude for indebtedness. Gratitude is the positive emotion you feel when someone else helps you out. Indebtedness, on the other hand, generally leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. Someone helped you and now you owe them. If you mistake feelings of gratitude for indebtedness, you may find yourself working hard to repay a favor, not to express your appreciation, but to take the weight of the debt off your shoulders. In close relationship, this need to repay tit for tat can actually lead to negative feelings between partners. Repaying someone who matters to you too quickly may be a sign that you don't want a close relationship. Like, man, I need to help you out.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of you. I'm gonna settle this debt right now. Sometimes some people do these things for me, and they tell me you'll never be able to pay me back. Like I see you trying, but you will never be able to pay me back. Yep. So there's nothing you can do.
And you find the positive people in your life aren't going to make you feel like you owe them. They're generally there just to help you, and you know what I mean. And then when you can, you help someone else in return, but not as a okay, I have to do this. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to the store and okay, I have to give you money for this item. You know what I mean? It's more if something goes wrong with my car and I'm like, can you help me look at this? They're not going to expect, okay, $20, please.
Yeah. But you got to have that. Don't have that attitude like you got to pay somebody back that helped you. I remember two different situations. One of my mentors, he said, you pay me back by succeeding every time I see you. And I said, what do you mean? He said, people know that I was mentoring you, sponsoring you, whatever, right? And when they see you, they always be like, we remember. They talk about my mentor because they they see your success and they say, I remember this guy was helping them. So he says, the more I do in my life, I'm paying it back by just continuing to stay on that path. And then I remember one incident, I have so many men that helped me, men and women, but this particular guy helped me. And I remember he had got sick with COVID, and he's like a speaker, and he had an event to do, and he was sick, and he couldn't do it. I said, I'll do it for you. He was like, will you? It was like 4 weeks in a row, and I said, I'll do it for you, you know. And he was like, him and his wife was like, wow, look, this person, I didn't owe him, but I paid him back some sort, like, by being there for him, like he was there for me. I was like, I'll do it for you. He said, you do it. I was like, yeah, man, I got it. But, you know, so I wasn't trying to, but I was available for somebody that did something for me. So you see, the difference is not like I wasn't trying to pay him back, but I was in the position to be able to help that person that helped me. So that way is pretty good.
Yeah, not like, well, I did this for you, so you're gonna have to fill in for me. You know what I mean? They'll make you feel like, you know, you're obligated. But so this is kind of a short one tonight.
Yeah, but it says, have you had other experience with feelings of gratitude led you down the wrong path? Well, if you watch this video and you hear that question and you would like to share some in the comment section about that, just put it in the comment section. We would like to hear from you. If you see this later or whatever, share your particular situation so we can just see how it goes.
And even better yet, come in next week and join us in person.
That's right. You can come 7 o'clock.
Yep. All right.
All right, y'all.
Thank you. Have a good night.